This is my last full week of classes for this semester, which is just mind-blowing. Next week I do have classes, but it's not the full shebang. So that's terrifying because that means finals are right after that. Do not know where the semester went, but because I have so much schoolwork on my plate, I thought this would be the perfect time for a study with me. First thing that I'm gonna do is format a report that I have a group project that was done for a group project that's due today. I'm really concerned that I'm not able to get words out because I have a lot of essay writing to do this week. The report is supposed to be a minimum of 8 pages, formatted in APA style, and what else? There's also an accompanying presentation that we have to do on this report tomorrow. That has not been created yet, so we're working on that later today. All of my group projects this year just seem to be a little bit last minute, which is like how all group projects go. I have 3 group projects this semester. It's always a little tricky to coordinate with, you know, over 10 people's schedules. But thankfully all my groups have been really good this year, so can't complain too much. Whenever I have citation questions, I always go to OWL Purdue, just because it's really easy to find information for APA and MLA. They have this APA sample paper that I always find super helpful, and I just need to go to the works cited. I think, oh, it's called references in APA. I wasn't sure, so I need to make some adjustments to this. You may not believe it because I'm in the exact same position as I was when I updated you a few hours ago, but it has, in fact, been a few hours since I last checked in. Still working on this report. It's taking me a lot longer to do than I thought it would. As a whole, I won't lie to you, I'm feeling really stressed the past, say like 5 or so days. I've felt myself just getting to a new level of, you know. So that's not been easy to deal with right now because I know that my life is going to be crazy for the next 2 weeks. Trying to stay focused on the fact that it really is just a temporary thing, and literally in 2 weeks I'm gonna feel a lot better, but still feeling very not myself and very vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just feel like at any point I'm gonna burst. I mean, like, I'm also about to get my period, so the hormones are probably playing a large role in making this a lot worse than it actually is. For a presentation I have in about half an hour, so just going over my parts. It's a group presentation, so I don't have to say the whole thing, but I always think it's a really good idea before a presentation to go over multiple times what you're going to say so you don't stumble too much when you're up there, because inevitably, even though I'm comfortable public speaking, if I'm not prepared, I just don't think I do as good of a job as I do when I kind of have a set outline in my head over what I'm going to say. And something I really try and do when I am public speaking is just to speak very confidently, even if I'm not confident with the material that I'm saying. The delivery of how I say it can make a huge impact on how people absorb that info. Andre and I have ventured out of our apartment in hopes that we can get some of this essay writing done. How's it going, Andy?
Poorly. I want it to end.
Yeah, it's not going well. We thought getting out of our apartment would do the trick. Not doing the trick, we're just showing each other memes and laughing about things that aren't that funny.
And literally having more conversations than doing work.
Literally having more conversations than doing work. So this essay that we're both writing an essay for, I mean, this is going well.
Wow.
Is for our Beatles class. I'm doing an essay on defining the ingredients that distinguish the songs of John Lennon from those of Paul McCartney. And what are you doing?
I'm talking about how their producer George Martin made them not an ordinary band.
Exciting. What's your writing process for essays?
Oh my god. I like to start with my introduction so that I can get my creative juices flowing, and then hopefully the rest of the essay comes to me after that.
I can't write my introduction right away. I have to write the bodies first and then do the intro later. This is where we're currently at on draft numero uno. We should have gone to robots. Let's not do that again. This is your fault.
I blame you.
We literally can't.
I got this one.
Crimson berry?
Yeah, but what I did is 40-60. I prefer more berry and less caffeine, so I did 20%.
Okay.
Earl
Yeah,
Grey,
let's
but
do
you
that.
can like customize.
No, let's do that. Do what you did.
Okay, and then you choose the temperature, and then all the teas are up here.
It's 2 o'clock. I'm just about to get started on more essay writing. Today is my no class day, so it gives me lots of time to get caught up in the schoolwork department, which is great. But this morning I had to film December Plan With Me because it's December, and today, the day that I'm filming this, it's like the second last day of November, so there was a bit of a time crunch on that. Last night when I was with Justine, Maddie, and Andrea, I did a little bit of schoolwork, but I ended up having to get a video ready for a deadline today, and that took a while. It was actually the Interact holiday gift guide. I was doing some last minute edits, and now it's gonna be sent off for approval. Had a lot of fun with that video, by the way. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, you should definitely go check it out. The rest of the day I'm just writing, trying to tackle this essay. I would like to just at least have the whole thing drafted by the end of the day. I'm about just over halfway done my draft. So I think if I just have a few hours of focus, I can wrap it up. And then tomorrow, it's due at Friday at midnight, so tomorrow I'll just keep editing it and hope for the best to eat the pain away. I'm having some cauliflower puffs. I actually really love these. These are from Vegan Robs. I got them, or I've talked about or shown the Brussels sprout puffs. Those are really good, but these are a close second. Maybe, I think I like them both equally. I'll finish the rest of this bag. There's not much left, so it's not too bad. To get back to work. I am 950 words into this essay, and technically I only need like 400 more. It's a 1600 word essay maximum, so I'm thinking like anywhere between 14 and 1600 words, I'm Gucci, aka I'm good. I'm using slang terms. This is not good. I'm writing an English. No, I'm not writing an English essay. I'm writing a music essay. Things are happening in my brain right now. I still have intro and outro to do, so I feel like that's gonna get me right to the end. And intro and outro now are gonna be easy to write up because intro is just a summary of what you wrote in the body, and conclusion is just a summary of what you wrote in the intro. You drop a solid one-liner at the end to give impact. You do a fancy, intriguing introduction, and then you've got an essay, or I've got an essay. This is good. I am glad that the bodies are over because that's pretty much the most disgusting part of an essay. This is also making me a lot happier now. I feel like my life is a little bit more exciting with twinkly lights involved in it, you know? It's about 45 minutes later. I've had a group Skype meeting and I'm now at 1,300 words. I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight because my brain is dead and go grab a bite to eat with my brother. Am I in the same spot that I was yesterday? Yes. I'm currently doing all my citations for this essay. This is probably my least favorite part about essays. I totally understand why citations exist, and it's obviously good to credit if you are getting your sources from somewhere else, your ideas from somewhere else. You gotta give credit where credit is due. However, there are so many rules in MLA and APA to how to cite, like rules for commas and periods, and it's, while I'm writing an essay, if I am using something that should be sourced, instead of during the drafting process including the reference, I'll include like some sort of keyword that tells me which source it was that I used, so that I can go back right now and do the proper citation, just because I find if you stop every time you have to cite and do the citation, then it takes you out of the flow of your writing. So I find the process of doing this at the end a lot easier in terms of not interrupting my writing process, but harder because now I'm doing this instead of just editing my work, which is what I want to do. It needs a lot of editing. I curled my hair today and it's just left. All the curls have left because of the brain. Oh, oh. I think that's one of my favorite parts about having long hair is I can just it's 10:16 now. I submitted. Was that my best work? No. Oh, I need to watch a movie or something. Yes, movie. So it's Saturday and I woke up this morning and just felt really blue. I think everything kind of, sometimes you need to let out emotions, and I hit that point this morning. Kind of threw me for a loop because I figured that with the essay being done I'd be good, but
Shane! Wait, where's the alcohol? Let's make sure everything's sanitary. Oh, can I spray this? You got rid of all my Jake Paul tears.
I'm feeling much better now. I almost am debating whether or not I'm going to include that footage because I feel like I don't feel the same way right now that I did literally like a few hours ago. But I do think it's good to show that side of things. So I'm gonna keep it in. I've switched into a different outfit, about to go head to a group meeting, and then I'll probably come back and do some work. Might even go to Chapters just to give myself a bit of a treat because clearly it's been a rough one. Last night I put on a Christmas movie. I went to Chapters. I had some cookies. I made a new tea from David's Tea because I started my David's Tea advent calendar. It was so good. And then because I was at Chapters, I found a book from one of my favorite two authors, Christina Lauren. It's one name, but they're two different ladies. What is it? Christina Hobbs and Lauren Billings. I love their books, and this is their newest one. It is called My Favorite Half Night Stand, and as you can see, I'm already like past the halfway mark, and I started this last night. I think I just needed a good reading session too. I haven't been reading a lot because things have been on my plate, and then I just don't feel like reading at the end of the night, but this was a good reminder of why I need to be reading regularly because it's the best escape for me. Today I am working on what am I working on? Doing some readings for a class, and then I'm also working on a case that's due tomorrow. Have I done the case report yet? No. So things are really last minute. I've read the case though, so at least there's that. I'm just so glad that I'm feeling in better spirits today. I also have a coffee right now, so that's helping too. This is one of my favorite study beats playlists. No lyrics, just beats. I usually lower it so it's much less distracting.
Hi.
No, I'm good, thanks. Amazing content. 12 pages, over 2,000 words complete. I feel good about this because technically this is only due at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I have to make this no more than 12 pages, which it says it's 12 pages. I probably have 3 more pages to go because Word is including my title page and my appendix in there. So I have more writing to do, but I have ideas for what I want to write. So that's good because it means I just need to get it out of my head and onto paper and life will be swell. I think the plan tonight though, in about half an hour, is to go to dinner with Shelby and Mads. I feel like I need a good break from this too, and then I might even come back tonight and do some more work. This is what the report looks like right now. I need to somehow make it look better than it's looking right now because I'm obviously just writing and try not to focus too much on formatting, but I feel like I could have a little bit more fun with it to at least make it look appealing, even if I don't find the content necessarily too appealing. And to be fair, actually this assignment on Uniqlo is probably one of the more interesting cases that I've done in this class. It's an international strategy class, and talking about clothing is way more fun than talking about, I'm trying to think about what else we've talked about in this class. I'm blanking. I love that for me. And that's it for today's study with me video. As you can see, I'm in a new location. I'm back home for the holidays because since filming this video, I have completed exams and am now on holiday break. It was weird editing this one because I could see through the footage how stressed I was all week. And it did make me hesitate on even whether it was something I wanted to post, just because I thought it was kind of like a little bit more of a bluer perspective than what I typically do. But this is the reality of school. Sometimes it gets a little shaky, and so does life, not just student life. But yeah, I thought it was worth putting on there just to show that, yo, I have my off weeks and days as well. Let me know in the comments below whether you finished school or when you finished school for this semester. Let me know too if you ever have really rough weeks during the school year. Give the video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all very soon with a new video. Until then, bye everyone.
I think that it's cool that you are who you wanna be. You get all them oohs and them eyes almost every week. Must be something new, something fresh, something I don't see. If this was a show, man, I know you would be the lead. Keep me on my toes just in case I slip away.